Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, this is LordNod at the side of E3 2014 at the EA booth. And all you fans for Dragon Age, yes, this is the time you've been waiting for. We have with us the big kahuna who's going to tell us about the new Dragon Age. Hey, welcome to the show.
Hey, thank you, mate.
Tell us who you are and what you do.
My name's Cameron Lee. I'm a producer with Bioware, specifically focused on Dragon Age Inquisition.
Wow, Dragon Age Inquisition. The second I heard it, I was like, yay, Dragon Age is back.
Yeah.
So tell us what's new. Tell us what's changed.
Oh, so much is new, so much has changed. I don't even know where to start. So first of all, we now have a huge, massive open world. We have these 10 massive open regions. Each one of those regions is as big as all of Dragon Age Origins and Dragon Age 2 combined.
Wow.
And we've got 10 of those. We also have a massive central story arc, which takes place in additional regions. So the amount of space that you get to explore, the world that you can get lost in, is just massive. So we're expecting people to be able to have hundreds of hours of exploring the world, probably 40, 50 hours of just going through the main story. And we merge those two things together through the player being able to build up their own organization called the Inquisition. And that Inquisition you can control, so you can build up your soldiers, your spies, your merchants, your political power. You have this big war table where you can order your followers out, and that war table is how you decide where the story goes next, what parts you want to unlock of the world. You can send your agents on missions to collect you rare minerals or resources. You can get them to repair bridges. They can give you access to other parts of the world. It's a very complex, very big world.
Very Bioware. As soon as he was saying that, all of you guys who are out there must have said, you know, that's Bioware. They know how to go ahead and make these big immersive worlds where minerals, where lives, with people, with armies, everything gets together. Yeah. So we're wowed. We were already wowed with the great demo you did at the EA press conference. Yeah. But tell us a little more on the development cycle. Now, how long have you guys been doing this, and what's been special about the script writing?
Yeah, so we've been in development for close to 4 years now. The original idea for Dragon Age Inquisition was conceived when we shipped Dragon Age Origins. So when you look at Dragon Age Origins, Dragon Age 2, and then Dragon Age Inquisition, what we're trying to do here is tell the story of the Dragon Age world. So we're not a series of games where it's game 1, game 2, game 3, and then it's a trilogy. Our world is like another character, and we're telling that world story through these different games. So Dragon Age Inquisition, right now we've just hit alpha. So we're going to spend the next, between now and October 7 when we launch, just polishing the game, fixing the bugs, everything's done. So, you know, we're really pleased with where the game's at right now. And in terms of the story narrative and the script writing process, as I said, the idea started so long ago. We've always known what story we wanted to tell. And this is the eventual sort of consequence of this story. It's the next step through it. Players are going to see your massive Bioware storytelling with really good characters. The relationships that you have now with characters in the world are far more organic, more natural. It's a darker story. It's a much bigger story. The story spans 2 different nations. And yeah, it's just a very detailed story, but we wanted to also make sure that new fans of the series, new players can come in and get into it. You know, there's so much lore, so much history with Dragon Age. So we've been really careful to make sure that the prologue eases people into it. And then once you finish the prologue, you've learned how to play the game, you've learned the major sort of story pieces, we just set you loose into the world. And it's like, go have fun. You know?
Go forth and do whatever you want.
Exactly right, yeah.
Nice, nice. Now, there was this criticism for the previous Dragon Age game where I think following a great success of the first one, when the gameplay style changed so drastically for the second one, everyone was like, I actually like both of them. Independently as games, they were brilliant games itself. Yeah. But you always do comparisons, right? So the gameplay changed. What's the kind of gameplay that's coming in Inquisition? Yeah,
it's really more like Dragon Age Origins. So what we've done is we've kept the ability for players to play it in an action sort of combat, but even in that action combat, we've slowed things down a bit. We've made the combat a lot more weighty, a lot heavier, a lot more impactful, and a lot more thoughtful. And we've reintroduced the tactical camera from Dragon Age Origins, So you can run around the game in tactical cam, you can issue all of your orders, you can be really strategic about, I'm going to order my warrior over here, hold this choke point, stop the enemies getting through, I'm going to send my archers up onto a ledge, they're going to rain fire down on them. So all of that with the tactical cam now. So we think we've got the best of both worlds, but really it's more down the lines of Dragon Age Origins in terms of its combat and gameplay.
Nice. And I think there's a lot of people who would go ahead and say, yay, that's actually back.
Yeah.
Probably the last question on the single player campaign which is there. The script writing for Dragon Age has always been, the universe has been so immersive, and you're Bioware, so you just know how. Tell us a little bit about going and developing the lore behind everything.
Well, the lore, so we have a number of people dedicated in the team specifically to managing the lore of the game. So it requires a number of people just to hold that in their heads. Then we've got a team of amazing writers who write all these stories. All that information goes into central databases so we can all keep track of it. And then when we go about creating the games, creating the cinematics, the stories, the conversations, the writers and the editors and the lore controllers all work with the cinematic designers, the level designers, the combat encounter people, and it's a real collaborative effort to bring what's in the writers' heads to life. And it becomes even better from all these people constantly working together. Because as good as the writers can make it in their head and put it on paper, you get these cinematic guys and it just elevates it. And it's an amazing experience to watch them do it. And as a Bioware fan personally for so many years, from when I was a kid to now, I geek out all the time, and then even for me, the best bit was coming in on a weekend. I think it was a Sunday. I walked in and I walked past the voice acting studio and I could hear Morrigan's voice as they were recording new lines, and I'm just like, I had this big grin on my face and I'm like, I get to make this game, this is so good. So yeah, I love it, it's so enjoyable.
Guys, you heard it, I got chills. This is something you have to look forward to. We won't end this without asking the two questions. Most of you know these answers, but here it is for the record. Multiplayer?
Can't talk about anything to do with multiplayer or co-op or social experiences or anything like that. Right now we're just focused on what the main game is.
And when do we get the game?
October 7th this year, so look forward.
Guys, you got it. LordNod signing off. This has been brilliant. You have to check out Dragon Age Origins. See you out there. See you in the game.
Okay.
Cheers. Thanks so much.
Appreciate it.
Cheers.